Good morning, stamping friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad you're joining me today on this Friday. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and there's a little button once you hit subscribe that'll look like a bell shape, and if you could just hit that way you're reminded with that noise whenever I'm live, and then that will help you remember in case you forget. Well, right now I am 1 week and 1 day away from heading to Maui, and I can hardly wait to see my stamping friends over there. I'm really sad that the international demonstrators are not going to be able to attend just because of the whole COVID situation and the travel restrictions, but those who are in the US who earned it are free to go. So I'm really excited, and I'll be bringing my family along. And I want to personally thank each and every person who orders from me, or if you're on my team, because that's how I'm able to earn these incentive trips. So I'm just really grateful to you, and I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for that. This is really one of the reasons I keep doing what I'm doing, is because of the connections that are made with you and also other demonstrators around the world. And I also love to travel. So those are some perks that come along with being a demonstrator. Well, let's get started with today's project. And so let me turn the camera around and then we will get going. Before we get started with today's project, I wanted to quickly share with you a promotion that Stampin' Up! Is offering. You guys, for only $5, you can get this paper pumpkin kit, and even the $5 includes free shipping. Now, you have to realize this promotion is only good for customers who have never subscribed to Paper Pumpkin before. You can kind of give it a test drive and see if you like the My Paper Pumpkin box that comes to you. Now, if you're currently a member or a subscriber, or if you've subscribed in the past, then you're not eligible for this promotion. So sorry about this. Now, this offer is good starting May 7th through May 10th, and they only have a certain number allotted for this promotion. So when they're gone, and then the promotion is over. But if they aren't all sold out, then they will continue through the May 10th date that they published. Now, for those of you who are subscribers, this is the same kit that you will be getting this month for May. Now, I just wanted to quickly go through some of the things that are included in the kit. There's going to be 9 cards with matching envelopes in this kit, and these cards are going to have kind of a timeless throwback touch to them, like with pinwheels and stripes. And there's also kind of a vintage wash paper pieces that are going along with it. The coordinating colors are basic white, bumblebee, night of navy, Pacific point, real red, smoky slate, and soft suede. And you will get an exclusive stamp set with this, and also a Stampin' Spot. Now, if you're a scrapbooker, you can even use the pieces that come in this and just create your scrapbook pages. So that's kind of an added bonus as well. And then they also are throwing in an official bubble gum from the Major League Baseball League. And you can, chew the gum yourself, or slide it into the card that you might send someone, or just save it for something else. But that's kind of a fun treat that they're adding this time. Well, I'm going to post a link so you can get subscribed, and then you'll just need to enter the code HOMERUN0521. All right, let's get on with my project that I want to share with you today. For today's project, we are going to be using the Pansy Petals 12x12 Designer Series paper. Now, isn't this paper gorgeous? One of my favorite things about this is, well, not only the awesome colors that they use and combinations, but I love this gingham print, although we're not even going to use that today, but you can bet that I'm going to be playing with those cards because we don't have the buffalo check stamp anymore. So here's a good substitute. So we are going to pair this with, I call this an old set, but it's only 1 year old. But I like to sometimes bring new product in with what we have already, because you might already have this in your stash. So that's why I like to combine them. And I'm still waiting for some of my products to come. So I'm working with what I have here. But Forever Fern is really a classic stamp set, I think, because it's just so pretty with the different leaf shapes and the colors that you can use. So let's put these together and make a card. So the stamp set, the cardstock that I'm using is one of our new in colors called Evening Evergreen. Isn't this pretty? Oh, it's a good, kind of like a forest green color. And what I did was I took a 4 1/4 by 11 inch piece of cardstock, scored it in half on the long side, which is 5.5 inches here, and then just fold on the score line like that. And then I already adhered cardstock on the bottom. After I started this, I went, why am I not making a video? Because I have to make one anyway. So this piece is 4 1/4 by 1 1/4, and you just adhere that to the bottom. So that's what the front of your card is gonna look like. Then the next thing I did was took some basic white cardstock, and you guys are gonna love the contoured, let's see, what the official name for this is, scalloped contoured dies. I'm still practicing the new names here, but this is such a great die set. I'm going to be using this one a lot because there's just so many fun different dies with the scalloped edge on it. So check out this one when you look in the new catalog. Okay, let's take the Evening Evergreen ink and let's just stamp this on some scrap paper. Isn't that nice? I love our new basic white cardstock. It really is a bit brighter than the old Whisper White that we had. And then you're going to want to die cut this out, and there isn't a die that matches this exactly, and I did that beforehand, so this is what we end up with. Now we are going to take that scallop that we did. By the way, I should let you know which size scallop this is. This is the 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. So that's which size that is. Now we're going to take mint macaron, which is a coordinating color with this cardstock, and we're just going to make some dots around here. We want some full strength and then some lighter. So do a little bit of both like that. And I want to tell you, I guess you'd call it a case. I changed it a bit, but the place that I found this was on Pinterest, and I'm not even going to pronounce her name because I would butcher it, but I'm going to spell it for you. It's Maheswari, and the last name is Rajaguru, and you might be able to find her easier by just going to My Stamp Garden. And she's from India, but now lives in Australia. So I'm going to put the link in my blog so you can just find it, but I want you to see her card as well. But she used products, or I should say designer series paper that's from the last catalog and no longer available. So I just updated it and then put in our new paper. So it's a little bit different, but that's where I got the general idea from. This is the second time I've cased her. In fact, I made some exactly like hers last year, and now this one I tweaked a little bit. So that's how much I love that card. And so I just wanted to share that with you. I'm looking for my dimensionals now. So what we're going to do is just put the leaf on the front. And, you know, sometimes Forever Fern can be overwhelming because look at how many stamps there are and the dies. And, you know, the cards that you see on Pinterest using this, they're so gorgeous, but they have lots and lots of layers. So that stamp set is one that could take you quite a while to make cards because there are so many layers and colors and different designs that you can do. But I want to show you that you can just do sweet and simple ones and you don't have to use all of them. So don't be afraid of that stamp set because there's so many and you feel like you have to layer them all. Just go with sweet and simple like this. Now, the next thing I want to do is grab my linen thread, and usually I tie these beforehand, but when I do bows, I leave them on the, you probably do this already, I leave them on the bolt and then just tie them, and then that way you can save a little bit because you're just trimming it right from the bolt. Some people trim them first and then cut them, but I think you can save a little bit of ribbon when you do it this way. And then we're going to grab a glue dot and just adhere this. How do you guys like the glue dots on this piece now rather than this? For me, it doesn't really matter, tomato, but it's just something different to get used to. All right, now all we need is a little sentiment. So what I'm going to do is grab this, and this is from, I got this written down here, Tasteful Labels. And so, oh gosh, it's a great die because it's a good size and lots of stamps will fit in there. And I just took Hello from Forever Fern. Just going to ink it up and then stamp that. Hopefully I can get it straight. And we're going to add a dimensional on the back of this. Actually, we're going to do a couple. That way it won't go wonky. If you put one down, sometimes it can maneuver itself up and down, but when you put two, it'll stay straight. All right, now let's put some on here too. I need my little pick tool. It's easier to put dimensionals on when you can use this and extend your fingers. It just goes a little bit faster. And just one in each corner is plenty. And This really is a fast and simple card. I have a whole assembly line going on the side here because I want to make lots of this card. All right, so let's just put this right smack in the center and see how, even though I don't have, if you have this stamp set up, Pansy would be pretty in here, layering and making this coordinate, but I don't have the stamp set yet. So that's why I pulled what I did have, and I'm still using the same colors. It still works well with it. And then I like to offset things a little bit. So let's just put that right there. And this is just kind of a great general card for anyone. And there we have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this sweet and simple card, and thank you so much for joining me today. If there's any products that you like, I would love it if you use the host code, and if your order is over $35 or more, you will be able to get in on my Creative You cards, which means you'll get 3 free kits of cards, and they will be mailed to you. And however, we can't do stamping for you. That's Stampin' Up's policy. And so you can either substitute what you have, or maybe some of these products you want to add to your wish list and purchase these. You will also get the PDF emailed to you. So the deadline is always the 10th of every month. So if you put your order in before the 10th of, say, the 10th of June. Sorry about that. My husband wants my attention, so I had to turn that off, but I'm back again, turned my ringer off. But I was just saying, if you order after the 10th, it will roll over to the next month, and then you'll get that month's project. So, well, thank you again, and I hope you have a great rest of your week, and we will chat with you again soon. Bye-bye.